basketball of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one as they go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. On our sideline reporting tonight, Allie LaForce. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Lee out there with Jalen Williams. And it's Holmgren in at the center filling out the middle. And Greg, the Thunder, NBA champions at last, and still incredibly young.
And this is no fluke. They defended, they shared it, trusted in the system and one another. The league's been put on notice. This team is just getting started.
Just 5 on the clock. That one good for 2.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Over. He knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Doris, what do you think is the key for the development of such an impressive young player like Chet Holmgren?
Hey, Kevin, to me, really, it's simple. It's health. This is a young man for whom basketball is hugely important. He's one of the most impactful two-way players in the game. It's really come down to whether or not he can stay on the floor, but he is so passionate about basketball.
And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Here's the magician. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks. Outside
Williams. Junior fires from way outside. Off target from three-point range. Here's the magician. We saw him with 29 points last game. It's good.
Let's scream about Cleveland. He's still learning how to score around the rim. Donovan will only get better.
Gilgeous-Alexander sets the screen for Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pass to the magician. Lets it fly from 18. He shoots again. Quinion's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lee gets the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
The magician, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go.
He's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Here's Klingen. Outside Holiday. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. We talked about the challenges the defense faces when dealing with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He said once Shai gets under the arc, it's impossible to prevent a shot. He's too shifty. So we need to be ready to help off on the wings early and try and bump him out to the perimeter. Not easy to control the movements of Shai. Back to you guys.
Terrific, Allie. We appreciate the report.
Yeah, just sensing the defensive overcommitment there. Obviously making them pay with the right time pass.
Lee outside. It's a nice passing by Oklahoma City. Left side, Williams. Lee outside. Shoots over Kamara. The Trailblazers pull it in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to the magician. There's the triple. And the basket by Kamara.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now, here's Holmgren. His last outing, he had 18 points.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Outside, Abdia. Pass to the magician. And there it is for us. 6 points for the magician.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Greg, you might not be surprised to hear this, but Shea Gilgeous-Alexander comes from a family of athletes.
Yeah, I mean, his mother was a sprinter in the 400 meters representing Antigua and Barbuda in the 92 Summer Games in Barcelona. Impressive.
2 shots. Max on the first.
That free throw good from SGA.
What you love about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
Holiday against SGA. Outside Holiday. A fader. The Magician no good. And so it's Williams who brings it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing by 2. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Portland.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them. And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Here's Kamara. Good on the shot. The Magician's got 8 points.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Down low. There's the steal. The kick out to Holiday. Oh, good with the triple. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. This game with 30 points.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Williams finds Lee. And Lee with the stuff. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
Pass to the Magician. There's the pick. And they immediately gets it back with the dunk at the other end.
You've got to love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And so Mark Dagnall calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. It's time now to look at the NBA's toughest defensive teams from a season ago. In third, the Thunder.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. Avdia against Dort. Outside for SGA. Here's the Magician. He's got 10. Here's Klingon. Up and in. Off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. Pass to the Magician. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. 12 points for the Magician.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
Here's SGA. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that three-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan towering in the paint. And Chauncey Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Lee finds Jordan. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Avdia against SGA. Pass to Kamare. Now here is Holiday. Here's the Magician. And he's good on the three ball. The Magician's got 15 points.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows. Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Williams is checked in for Clingan. Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. Sharp's checked in for the Magician. And it's Damian Lillard in for Drew Holiday. The Thunder also changing it up. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Mitchell comes in for Jalen Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Dort. Now, here's Avdia. Scoreless thus far. Just his first attempt. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Now we'll hear from Allie LaForce, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Well, Damian Lillard talked about what it would mean to his legacy to win a title. He said, my body of work does speak for itself. I don't think I have to prove it to anybody. It's more for myself, honestly. And I just want to be like, yeah, I've done all these things, but I want a championship too. Kevin?
Chasing that ring. Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's Lillard, following the score by Oklahoma City. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Now a look at the stats for Deni Avdia. Oklahoma City's gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight. Here's SGA.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Hartenstein inside. He started by Williams, and he banks in the layup.
Boy, this is the kind of toughness we've come to expect from Hartenstein, especially in the painted area.
Avdia, a screen on SGA. Lillard surveying the D. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Portland again missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to end the run. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Mitchell. Doesn't go for him.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected and great timing on the test.
An unreal athlete. Williams gets off the floor with such ease to power it down.
Here's Lee. And Junior throws it down hard.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. Now here's Williams. Outside, Avdia. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Oklahoma City ball.
And here is Lee. 8 points for him. With 1 on the clock. And it is good! The buzzer! Wow!
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
The magician out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Williams. Then there's Tamani Kamara. And it's Sharp that hit the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. 4-on-3 break. The shot by Lillard, wide open. Hits the 3-point bomb. Lillard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Lillard against Bishop. Pass to Williams. They get a hand on it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Here's the magician. He's got 17. Back to Sharp. 6 to shoot. For 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, they knew exactly how to approach that defense. They shot a fantastic percentage because they got quality looks.
Those are starting to add up, guys. Their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
Right, when you talk about the all-time great three-point shooters, Damian Lillard is right up there.
Without a doubt. Steph is the clear number 1, but that second spot is up for debate. And it's between guys like Harden, Ray Allen, and Dame.
Here's the magician. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Coming off a big game, his confidence higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so Mark Dagnall calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes.
putting up about 25 points per, 7 assists and 4 rebounds. And it's nice to be able to bring someone with his defensive skill set off the bench.
I think, in fact, to win a championship, you usually need a guy like this on your roster.
Now here's Wallace. He has yet to score. It's Joe on the wing. Drains it from beyond the arc.
This is a specialty for Isaiah Joe. Rise and fire in the catch and shoot.
Lillard against Mitchell. Williams sends a screen for Lillard. And another three for Portland.
Well, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Just an easy finish for Hartenstein. We talked about high percentage look. Yes, sir.
Basket counts.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Thunder trailing by 4. Mitchell passes to Hartenstein. Mitchell dishes to Williams. From outside the arc. Rebound by Williams. The Portland men got all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. Here's the Magician. He's got 19. Puts up a 3. That's no good. Miss number 5 against 14 mates. Pass to Wallace. Now Williams. Covered by Kamara. Here's Joe. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers leading by 4. Here's the Magician. Sharp, the pass to the Magician. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Joe. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Outside Williams. Here's the Magician. Floats it up for Williams. An inverted W jam.
What I really love about this kid, Williams he's physical, he's explosive, and yes, he plays above the rim. He just brings that nastiness to the game.
And so Mike Dagnall calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. Producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, guys, this summer saw the first ever 7-team trade in the NBA. You might wonder why it makes sense to involve so many parties, but basically teams have more flexibility salary-wise in these multi-team deals. It is enough to make your head spin, guys. This is where things are headed.
Big moves indeed. All right, Shams, we appreciate the update. Now, here's Mitchell. 20 points for him last game against the Clippers. And the basket by Kamara. And now an 8-point Portland lead.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Williams with the ball. Covered by Kamara. Can they get it? Williams can't hit.
Good idea trying to draw the foul. Very creative, to say the least.
Here's the Magician. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for your Trailblazers, number 1, shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. 11-point game. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Williams passes to the Magician. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. The Magician's got the lead up to 13 now for the Trailblazers. Well, Thunder have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Williams, a screen on Lillard. For 3, Mitchell. The Thunder with another miss.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
The Magician passes to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Doris, we had heard the era of the big threes might be fading, but the Thunder have one with Chet Holmgren, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And the beauty of that trio you just listed, they are all similar ages. They are all passionate about the craft of the game of basketball, and all 3 are about winning. But I'm telling you this, the Oklahoma City fans, not taking anything for granted. They thought KD, Russell, and Harden would be together forever, and it didn't happen.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take ball. Trailblazers leading by 13. Outside Holiday. Pass to the Magician. Free throw line jump shot. And the shot no good, a bit short. Oklahoma City has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Holmgren can't hit.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Portland's gone for the 3-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Here's the Magician. He's got 24, and it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. 3rd team foul.
Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Second, the Thunder.
Well, an important element of their defense is the ability to intimidate. I mean, their stellar shot blocking last year accomplished that in a big-time way.
They need this. Using his size out of the backcourt, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Now, this is what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is capable of. A legit star, and he is cooking.
Holiday will screen on George. Pass to Avdia. Good on the triple. Avdia got his first 3 points of the game.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's George. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Portland grabs the miss. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched. by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks a lot. The Thunder are a powerhouse without possessing a bunch of big-name stars. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, the front office does a good job of picking players to be a part of the organization, and Coach Mark Daigneault said our job as a team is for the whole to be better than the sum of the parts. Guys, back over to you.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Here's the Magician. 24 points for him. That one goes in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Now here's Lee. Avdia with the rebound. Kamara with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. And Holiday has it in the corner.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's the Magician. SGA defending. Here's the Magician. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Avdia against Dort. It's deflected. Clingan with the steal. Here's Holiday. That one doesn't go. Nice defense from Dort. And it's Lee penetrating. That dunk!
That was special. My goodness. How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Time to get loud for your Blazers.
About 15 points a game last season. 8 rebounds and just over 2 blocks. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
Here's the Magician. He's got 26. That's tipped.
But Lou Dort has more than earned his reputation as a defensive stopper. Twice on the pipes.
Here's SGA. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Pass to Kamara. Now Clingan. Holiday with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Lee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Dort hits to Lee. Here he goes. Holmgren outside. Makes it off the glass. And now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And they've repeatedly pushed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Trailblazers lead by 5. From Portland, We're back in a moment.
Hey folks, welcome to the halftime show. A lead right now in this one for the Portland Trail Blazers.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. And now, moving on, a look at the players of the week deserving of the recognition. For the Western Conference, the Magician.
Nothing off about this off guard. Don't call him a 2. He's been there 1.
Yeah, he's the man on the squad right now. Defensive scheme him every trip up the floor, and it makes no difference.
And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. A fantastic game from the Magician in this one.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Portland leading by 5. Taking a look at the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. Jalen Williams is out there with Lee, and it's Holmgren in at the center. Pass to Klingon. The kick out to Holiday. And it's off from three-point range. Thunder shooting certainly key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Takes a step back. Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out.
Here's the Magician inside. Nice shot by Klingon. Klingon's got 6.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
The Trailblazers shooting at 51%. Really solid. Outside Holiday. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Here's the Magician. All 3 off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Holmgren sets the screen for SGA. Holmgren dishes to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. SGA passes to Dort. A three-pointer off the mark.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Here's the Magician.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And so it's Oklahoma City with it after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Holmgren sets the screen for SGA. To the inside. And there's Holmgren. That's good. On the assist by SGA. SGA's got assist number 5 here tonight. Trailblazers leading by 5. Here's the Magician. 28 points for him. Good on the bucket. The Magician's got 30.
Well, it hasn't mattered what the defense has tried. He has had every counter. What a great night.
Lee left side. Kicked away. Outside Holiday. to the paint. Here's Klingon.
Teach size, right? Klingon is already one of the bigger guys in this league, and you can see him add another 10 or 15 pounds of muscle.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to SGA. Stolen away. Holiday looking over the floor. Here's the Magician. Klingon with it. 8 points for him. And here's Avdia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot on the wing. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Williams. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's tightly guarded. Here's Holmgren. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. He goes on Donovan.
Timeout.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Portland?
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long. And also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here's a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, #1.
And he's not going to forget that season anytime soon.
Shoot 2.
And it's safe to say neither will anyone who watched him.
Free throw drops for Holmgren.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
So he gets them both. Trailblazers leading by 7. Pass to Kamare, taken away by Williams. Now here's SGA in transition. Lee kicks to Mitchell. Back to Lee. And all in that time before dropping in. Lee's got 14 points for the game.
Just love the unselfishness there. Keep the ball moving. Good things happen.
Such a wide open look. And the Trailblazers lead by 8.
Oh, what a find by Drew Holiday. Such a steady presence.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. On the wing lead. Back to Williams. Backed in off the glass. He has 5.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Pass to the Magician. Holiday, a screen on Mitchell. Puts up a deep 3. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1 3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Now, here's Avdia. Here's the Magician. Outside, Avdia. Klingon the screen for Avdia. 5 on the clock. That one shoots for him. 10-point for Donovan Klingon.
He's scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by the Magician. Trailblazers leading by 8. Avdia, a screen on Williams. Back to Kamara. Here's Avdia. True on the 14-footer.
Well, the defense just concedes that mid-range, and Denny Avdia says, I'll have at it.
Under trailing by 10. Outside Williams. Has to lead. Takes the three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Holiday has it in the corner. Here's the Magician. Here's Klingon. Covered by Lee. Now, here's Avdia. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And now a 12-point Portland lead.
Well, close range looks highly coveted. Avdia is all about it.
Down low. Here's Lee. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Here's the Magician. He's guarded by Williams. The Magician, no good. Under trailing by 12. Here's Mitchell. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists in the game.
Boy, you give him that good a look, he is going to typically make you pay.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy.
Alexander. Last season, he played outstanding. First in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. SGA against Holiday. Fires the three. The Thunder pull it in. Lee's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Williams. Got a piece of it.
And you know what? He's just not on his game. No doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold. Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
Here's the Magician. The Thunder making the shot. Lee with the steal. To the middle. SGA with the ball. And Holiday picks him up defensively.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Trailblazers leading by 6. Pass to Holiday. Love three. Clinging with it. Working on Holmgren. And another turnover here by Portland. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Williams is checked in for Donovan Clingan. Grant comes in for Tamani Kamara. Shaden Sharp's checked in for the Magician. And Lillard subbed in for Drew Holiday. And then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Isaiah Joe comes in for Lee. And it's Jason Wallace in for Gilgeous Alexander.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. And Isaiah Joe, a high-level shooter, Doris, who does a lot of his damage off the catch.
Kevin, one of the prettiest jump shots in the league. This guy is always shot ready. The form is on point. The balance is there. You talk about a preeminent shooter, that is Isaiah Joe.
Wallace a screen. It's tipped. Pocket 6. Fires it up. And there's another one for the Thunder.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
They found their composure on both ends of the floor, and that is what triggered this run.
Now here's Lillard. He has 6. Avdia can't hit. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
Here's Williams. He has 5. To the inside. Wallace slams it in.
That's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Leaderboard and see the teams that really knew how to clog the passing lanes last season. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, I don't know if the numbers even told the story. I mean, their defense was as good as it gets, often just leaving their opponents completely demoralized.
Grant up top. 1:21 left in the third quarter. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 8 rebounds in this game. Now Mitchell. Ball is with a screen on Lillard. Mitchell, this is to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. It's good. The time running down in the shot clock. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And Sharp has it in the corner. Portland no good that time either.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Oh, J-Dub rising to the rim. We see you, Mr. Williams.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Lillard, the pass to Grant. Williams has a screen for Lillard. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Lillard's got 9.
You can't just stop when there's a big setup. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Williams up on top. Here's Wallace. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well, you cannot do it better than that.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Thunder up by 4 from Portland. We're back in a moment. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Jeremy Grant is out there with Shaden Sharp. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Donovan Clingan. And it's the Magician in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Got that one. Mitchell's got the lead up to 8 now for the Thunder.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Playing the screen for Lillard. No good on the triple.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Right side, Lee. Wallace outside. It's good from long range. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, to me, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Here's Gilgeous Alexander. Following the basket by Jeremy Grant. Right side, SGA. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Four on the shot clock. The 10-footer. And Clingan pulls it down. Sharp on the wing. And the call on the shot that sends into the line.
How about that move by Sharp against the defense, getting them to put contact on him so he can draw the foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Thunder.
They bullied the defense here in the paint. Look at all of those buckets inside. Just hard to defend in the paint.
I think another thing that's striking here tonight, the ball movement is incredible. Again and again, they're making smart passes to ready shooters.
And Sharp drops them both. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Inside, here's Hartenstein. And the block by Hartenstein.
Man, we talk so often and appropriately about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as a scorer. How about that dime?
The Magician passes to Lillard. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. That's good, and SGA with the assist. SGA's got his 8th assist in the game. Lillard outside. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
Lee dishes to Mitchell. Out to Wallace. This one for 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Listen, he's hot and cold. Don't let him get hot, because then he's rolling.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Clingan at the elbow. The layup missed.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build at the price of admission.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's the Magician. Pass to Klingon. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
One shot.
Trailblazers trail by 19. It's Klingon, top of the key. And it's good assisting on the play with Lillard. That's 12 points for Donovan Klingon. On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 19-6 run. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Ross. Here's the Magician. Pulls up on the wing. And Lee pulls it down. Mitchell outside. On the wing, Wallace. He's looking for Hartenstein and finds him. Hartenstein with the screen on Sharp. And it's Mitchell missing. Portland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Lillard, the pass to the Magician. Fires the three. And Damian Lillard good for the three.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Outside, SGA. Lee passes to Hartenstein. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll be playing against Tyler Hero and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Desmond Bane and the Orlando Magic.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with. But I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
The Thunder leading by 11. Now, here's SGA. No good, unable to end this run. Grant outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, Greg, being a two-way player got Jeremy Grant into the NBA. But now he's grown even more.
Yeah, early on in his career, he's often the primary defender on elite scorers. Then he added scoring to his game in Detroit, becoming an effective two-way player.
2 shots. Last on the first.
The free throw drops for Grant.
I like how Jeremy Grant continues to work on his game. The jumper is coming along, and he remains an exceptional defensive player.
He hits both from the strike.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
Now here's Lee. And there's the foul. It will go on Lee. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
For the Trailblazers, Abdias checked in for Jeremy Grant. Toumani Camara comes in for Shaedon Sharp. And it's Holiday in for Lillard. And then for Oklahoma City, Holmgren, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Mitchell. And it's Dort in for Wallace. Now, here's Abdias. Playing in the screen for Abdias. Oh! Rejection by Holmgren.
You have to be careful if Chet Holmgren's around defensively. This guy, such a good shot blocker.
Here's Dort. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And here are the Blazers. It's been 10 unanswered points. Holiday. And he makes good on the way. Holiday's got his first basket.
Drew Holiday showing you he's got touch wherever he is on the floor.
Lee outside. to SGA. There's Williams with the three. That's good, and SGA with the assist. SGA's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Outside Holiday. Pass to Klingon. Here's the Magician. Takes a three. Knocks down the 3-ball. The Magician's got 33.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. And here is Dort. That's a 2 from Lee. Good. Nothing but net. Lee's got 21.
Boy, you love the efficiency with which he's going at things tonight. This is what we've come to expect from him.
Outside, Avdia. Here's the Magician. 6 on the shot clock. Driving inside. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And you know, he's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
SGA on the wing. Holmgren gets good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And I know everyone's thrilled to see Holmgren scoring so well. And this is the kind of effort that can carry on well throughout the year.
Now here is Holiday. Here's the Magician. Pass to Klingon. To the middle. There's the Magician. And here's a nice one-handed slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Here is Williams. The 3 goes down.
Really in a good position to see the accuracy from beyond.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He knows every possession is critical now.
Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Thank you, Allie. Trailblazers trail by 10. Here's the Magician. Shoots. SGA pulls it down. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Here's Klingon. SGA defending. Holiday fires. The long shot, no good.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
And it's encouraging to see Dort drop dimes like that, wanting to round out this part of his game.
Lets it go from 11, and it's off. The Thunder leading by 12. Williams. Dort outside, trying again. He kicks it to go.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
And once he got up in the air, he just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay here for a while. I'm going to hit you with a little float float. And finally takes it down for the finish.
You mentioned the floaters on this. Absolutely. Good reference. Good reference. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. After the from Alexander.
He is so efficient, so productive. But for them to have real success, he needs help.
Oklahoma City's gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Fires the three. Doesn't get that one.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's the Magician, defended by George. 8 feet out. George with the rebound. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's SGA. Outside Holmgren, beyond the arc. Not going to go. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
At the line for your Trailblazers, number 1 shot.
One shot.
And that one misses. And so here is Oklahoma City. They're leading by 8. Outside, Gilgeous Alexander. A 15-footer. There's the jumper. Nice one. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And like the mental toughness that this group showed. They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And Allie LaForce has got something now for us from the floor. Allie, take it away.
Shea, you were using those long arms to be disruptive on the defensive end. What's your focus at that end of the floor?
I'm just trying to be as active as possible. And like you said, getting my length involved, something I've been blessed with, and I just want to use it. That activity, that length was noticed. Congratulations.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So, for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, saying thanks for joining us as we present our player of the game.